Bucks, Hawks, Sox, Bulls. Say goodbye a little longer like I ate a piece of Big Red.
Sunday nights at 9 o'clock, it's the Mike North Show, and you can watch his daily 30 and 5 video commentaries at 560WIND.com. Our visit brought to you in part by Altoff Industries, residential heating and cooling. Call them at 800-225-2443. Morning, Mike.
What's up, John? We'll be on today, baby. 30 and 5 live with John and Amy. What is going on?
Well, Ozzy's out of town. Was this a foregone conclusion? Is this a money deal? Is it he wanted to move back home? What's the inside scoop on Ozzy not getting the deal done with Reinsdorf?
He did the old break the contract shuffle. Start bugging the organization in July. Keep batting Adam Dunn 4th, Rios 5th. Tank the season. Basically force your way out of town with a year to go. I thought, I heard Amy, with all due respect, say good for him. No, bad for him. You got a year left on your deal. Okay, and you were paid to manage the White Sox till the very end. He bellyached from reports I got, and they are very reliable sources. From August all the way through to the end, he went to see Jerry Reinsdorf yesterday. I got myself in a bind. I signed his contract. Thanks for 8 wonderful years, Jerry. You came to my rescue when nothing was going my way, so I'm going to do the honorable thing. I'm going to stab you in the back. I've been dealing with the Marlins. They're ready to do a deal. I already asked for a trade a couple months ago, which Kenny Williams tried to swing. The Marlins weren't balking because Guillen probably told the Marlins, don't worry, I'll stay till the end, till the White Sox have no trade value at all for me. So basically you have a manager who was a lame duck, who in the last 3 years did not make the playoffs, asking for an extension with a year left. It's unconscionable what he has done, and I know he did some wonderful things, like in 2005, he won the World Series. That was a long time ago, and to not make the playoffs the last 3 seasons, and to break your contract, and to force the Sox to get rid of you because you're causing company upheaval is out of line.
Well, why did he want out so bad? If he apparently loves Chicago, why did he want out?
Because
just for the
he's
money?
Full of crap, Amy. He doesn't believe a word he says about being loyal to the players or loyal to the organization. He wanted out because Florida dangled money in front of him. He lives down there. He knows what's going on. He's been backdooring this thing for about 3-4 months, maybe before then, and it's amazing to me how they already got a deal ready for him when basically he was under contract to the White Sox.
Well, let me go back and have you kind of elaborate on the accusation that you made that he tanked the season intentionally to get out of town. I mean, how do you not play Dunn when you pay him that kind of dough? I mean, you had to keep him in the lineup, so I don't buy that he tanked the season that he...
Then why would you bet... John, I want you to go back in the 100 years of baseball and see if you can find a 162 hitter batting 4th or 5th as late as May. I want you to find me an Alex Rios batting 5th, hitting 228. You don't bat him 4th or 5th. You can bat him 6th, 7th or 8th. But he knew. And by the way, when he asked for the extension the first time, the next day they lost 18-2, and then they lost 8 out of their next 9. The players knew he abandoned them. They knew he abandoned them. There was nowhere else to go. Now he knows he's got a brand new boat he can buy now. He's happy. Hey, he used some leverage, but it was bad leverage. He's got a bad mark. And by the way, Sports Illustrated about a month ago, the players listed who they'd like to play for most and who they'd least like to play for most. The least likely guy they'd like to play for was Ozzie Guillen. I did some investigating because of Oni Guillen tweeting what was going on in the clubhouse, burying Bobby Jenks, and Ozzie using Oni Guillen for 2 different tweets against players and against the organization. Ozzie used his own son. Go ahead, be careful what you wish for, but I don't go along with you got to honor a contract no matter what. And if you're not going to honor it, work it out with the organization before you leave, because he looks bad.
Okay, so what's his legacy? I mean, here in Chicago, obviously a World Series, but it's, other than that, a malcontent and kind of a self-serving guy?
But you know what? That was the thing that was beautiful about Ozzie. He was a malcontent when he was winning, but it was cute. When he was losing, it wasn't. People called him the face of the franchise. I looked at the attendance figures today. They average 24,000 in a 40,000-seat stadium. If he's the face of the franchise, they got to get a new one. Unless they might average 14,000 without him, which maybe they're fearing next year. Maybe they'll have worse attendance, especially going with the youth movement. Now, the managers, John, that they're being rumored to talk to.
Yeah, that's what the next question is.
Davey Martinez of the Tampa Bay Devil Rays, a former Cub. Sandy Alomar Jr. We can't get enough of the Alomars. We've had the father and the brother, Roberto, who played second for a while, and now Sandy Jr. But I look at Ryan Sandberg. If I'm the White Sox, I look at Ryan Sandberg. I try to tap into some of that north side money, and you know what? Start to fill that stadium up.
Sox fans will hate him.
No, they won't. No, they won't. They won't hate him. I think basically if the Cubs didn't offer him a job and the Sox did, a major league job making $3 million a year, which Girardi makes, would Ryan Sandberg turn it down? He'd jump in a minute. He's in the same town as where he played, and you would get some, it's not a lot maybe, but you'd get people coming from the north side who are Ryan Sandberg fans.
But we know Sandberg was great as a player. How is he as a manager?
Well, you know what? The same could be said about Ozzie. I mean, we didn't know what was going to happen. I thought, to be honest with you, I got to be straight up. The first, I said, man, this might turn into a disaster. It turned to anything but that. But eventually it turned into a disaster. Plus, Amy, you know this. Whether you're in any organization, whether you're working at a plumbing company, radio, 8, 9 years, that's a good run. It's time to cut ties, and God bless them. Good luck to them down the line. But I know this. The second time Osnie Guillen tweeted about the boss, Kenny Williams, he would have been fired. You can't have your kids do that.
Yeah. Will Martinez and Sandberg ever be on the same coaching staff?
Well, John, I don't know, but I only if Palmeiro decides to coach at the other baseline.
Yeah, a lot going on back in those days, right?
Oh, you know, busy, guys. You know that.
Yeah.
But it's been an interesting thing how it's gone on. I think the White Sox will be better off, and White Sox fans want to win. The Cubs like the sideshows, the carnival. White Sox fans want to win, and after 3 straight seasons, asking for an extension, that's like finishing 30th in the ratings and radio for 3 years in a row going, I want 5 more years.
Marcus, I want 5 more years.
You know what I'm saying, guys. It takes brazen nerve, and he had it, but he had a deal waiting for him. Yeah, he had a deal waiting for him. So he's gone, and you know what? I'm happy he won a World Series for us. I'll never forget him for that because you know what? It didn't look like we were ever going to see one in this town, and you got to give him a ton of credit for that, changing somewhat of the culture. But now it's slipped back into that culture that he had changed earlier in his career to we don't care, we're just going through the motions, a typical Chicago September.
Well, I'm surprised to hear you think that Ozzie tanked the whole season just to get out of town.
Not the whole season. I think, well, I will tell you this, John. When you bat a 160 hitter 4th or 5th, I want you to look in the annals of baseball in August and September. When's the last time that happened? You won't find one.
My grandma wouldn't even do that.
That's right.
That was Bill Veck.
Yeah, but he was the guy was a
short
midget.
Man. The short man. We say short man. We say short man.
Vertically challenged.
Okay, the dwarf.
All right, thank you. Thank you, Mike North. Take care. Mike North's show, 9 o'clock, Sunday nights here on most of the same station, AM 560, WIND, where it's 7:53.
I'm Mike North for the Village of Rosemont. From the 9th largest convention center to restaurants to theaters, sports venues, and hotels. 5 minutes from O'Hare, you got it all here. Rosemont, you can't miss it.